Welcome to InvestTrend, where we take the guesswork out of property investing. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what hassle-free property investing really look like in real life. In the previous video, we explained the concept of hassle-free property investing, what InvestTrend's approach is towards that, but we're going to be looking at a real-life case study of exactly how that is implemented. One of the things that we're going to be looking at is a specific client who's on hassle-free, and his goal when he came to us was one thing. He said, I wanted to build an investment portfolio that is not going to become my second job. And I know that a lot of you guys who are watching this video can relate to that, where you started your portfolio and quickly it became a second job. And if you want to avoid that, I want you to watch this video until the end, because we're going to be explaining exactly how you can be able to avoid that. So today the client owns around 30 beds of student accommodation. And we're going to be breaking down exactly how we take them through this process of hassle-free. This is our philosophy and system that we developed to just make sure that you guys have a comprehensive end-to-end solution when it comes to your property investing. And we're going to be talking about how he found the vetted investment property, renovations that are being done on the property, accreditation for NASPA's, caretaker training, making sure that the property is tenanted as well and is ready for the new year. We're going to be taking you through all of that stuff and exactly what investment does in our hassle-free property investing. Before we do that, I'm going to take you through the numbers of the property. We're going to be looking at exactly what type of investment it is. And I know that you investors love the numbers. And after we're done with that, we're going to be going on site so we can actually look at what has been done when it comes to the renovations. Unfortunately, you won't get the before video. The only before you're going to get is on the pictures right now. It was a messy place actually at some point, but right now it's looking much better. And I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing that work that has been done on the renovation side. Otherwise, I'll see you just now as we speak about the numbers. All right, before we break down the numbers of this property, I just want to give you the philosophy of what hassle-free is. Many of our clients come to us, they want to invest, they're working full-time and they don't have time to make big mistakes. And what we do at InvestTrend, we offer this solution called hassle-free, which actually just takes care of one of the crucial things about your property investing, because a lot of people realize after investing that, look, property investing is not just about getting a property manager and I'm going to get passive income. The moment you get a property manager, you become the portfolio manager. That means you're responsible for the decisions on the property, you're responsible for the compliance, for the admin, for anything that has to do with the property. And that's exactly what hassle-free system removes. We don't only help you just in the vetting side of finding the right property, but it will help you with things like, tenant placing, making sure that your property is accredited if you're student accommodation, making sure that your property is compliant, making sure that you have an oversight of exactly how your portfolio is performing, because a lot of you guys struggle with that as well. And most importantly, how do you grow this property from whatever you have to, of course, your dream portfolio? So that's exactly what the system does. So you don't have to actually have a second job. Your job is to invest, and our job at InvestTrend is to make sure that we help you build that wealth and grow it in your property portfolio. So now let's get into the numbers and talk about this property that we're going to be actually going through today. It's a real life case study of exactly what the hassle-free system does. And I want to show you, as I said, on site exactly how it's looking right now after all the renovations. So this property is a 15-bedroom in Hest Hill. Hest Hill, for those who know, is close to the University of Johannesburg. It's just close to the Helen Joseph Hospital, and it was 2.8 million rand. It was actually 3 million rand, so it was negotiated to 2.8 and making 67,000 rand. As you can see, it's actually on a hill, so it's a little bit of an interesting terrain. If we scroll down a bit, these are some of the pictures that you can see in terms of how it's looking. This is how it was looking inside initially. And what you will see is the owner just went for the most cheapest type of furniture as well, and some of the things that they've done in the property. It was looking in a decent state. What happened was that's why moving a readiness report is very important, because once the property transferred, it was left in a very chaotic state, and that's why we had to do an overhaul of the entire property. And let's go to the numbers, just a quick one. You will see that this is 660 square meters for the 15-bed. It is rezoned for Res 3 already, so zoning is very important. You want to make sure that you buy a property that is compliant, especially if you have multi-lets. A lot of guys skip this part by just finding a property that has multiple tenants and they just want to buy a property. So this is the type of vetting we do at InvestTrend. We want to make sure that that compliance is there as well. And of course, this was the rental income at the time. Of course, it was UJ, fully compliant with UJ. It was also accredited property as we were buying the property. So if we scroll down below, these are some of the amenities as I mentioned. There's like Helen Joseph, etc. The police is close by. This is the nice part about using our platform at investment is you will see exactly how much amount of cash or buying cost you have to spend when you're buying a property. You can see this one, you have to spend around 300,000 Rand, bond transfer fees, and we also charge a platform fee on our side. If you scroll down a bit, this is how the numbers are looking like when he was buying the property. 67,000 Rand, these are all expenses of the property, including what they were paying caretaker at the time, and all these are also included in the investor pack as you purchase a property with us. And you can see that the cash flow they're looking at is 22,000 Rand a month, and that's 224,000 Rand a year. Keep in mind that this is only for 10 months, okay? This is only for 10 months. You have the 2 months, which is January and December, we don't have an income. So whatever you do as a student accommodation owner, make sure that you are buying a property that we thought after the 2 months are out, you subtracted them out of the annual income, you still get a profit. So now, this property, unfortunately, the seller who was selling it was getting foreclosed by the bank and they were in trouble, so they did not take a good care of the property towards the end. So it was not in the best conditions on transfer and so much work had to be done. So we're gonna go on the ground right now to see what work we've been doing in terms of hassle-free. We've helped this land not only acquire, we've done the renovation, the accreditation is already happening right now. The tenanting is happening next because we just finished the renovations as well. And the other property that they bought, because they built close to 30 beds, using our system, it's already tenanted and it's already running. So let's go on the ground and see exactly what's going on right now. All right, guys, so we have arrived at the property. We're here right now. There's still a lot of work happening. Guys are on site, still doing a little bit of a renovation here. I said the final stages there. There still needs beds, furniture that needs to be installed, like brand new ones. There's still some touch-ups in paint and a lot of other things that's happening. But otherwise, we're going to be sharing some progress in terms of, what is happening right now. It was worse than this, and yes, we're getting it ready for next phase in 2026, and it's going to be full. If you're where I'm in right now, is Hest Hill, close to University, Helen Joseph, and all the other areas. So I want us to go inside and see exactly what progress is happening right now, and we can take it from there. So let's get inside and check it out. We're finally getting in the property. This is the entrance. We had to fix and change everything here and the door so it can be a little bit better. This property did not have any electricity anymore, we don't have any water connections. We had to start from that point and build it up to where it is right now. So I'm going to show you one of the rooms that we've been working on. So all the doors are changed to new doors. These are like stronger and better. And you'll see now the painting is in. There's a new ceiling as well that is inside the property too. There used to be a sliding door here that made a lot of noise. And we managed to change that and move it out. And of course, this is how the rest of the bedroom looks. You still need to find like a student's desk where they can be able to study, the chairs, and some of the furniture needs to be coming in. But we do have the cupboards that came from the previous side, so you can be able to see it this side. So not a lot of work that needs to be done, more like the finishing, that's exactly what is required. And the bedside lamp, all of that stuff, so students can be able to study. That first requires heaters on the wall, so that is also going to be coming in as well. But there's a lot of progress that's happening in this property as well. So let's get into the rest of the house and see what's going on. All right, guys, so this used to be a bedroom, and the funny part is that it did not have a proper window. So the ventilation, it does not make sense. So they actually had a window internally here. It was a full-blown window. I have no idea how that they made it work. So because of NSFA's requirement, we decided to turn this entire place into a lounge where students can be able to have. We'll be putting a TV here, of course, a few couches around, and we'll try to make it as fun as possible for the students to be able to take a break while they're studying and they're learning. Also, this is part of NSFA's requirement. I have no idea how the previous owner managed to get NSFA's with that type of setup, but we're trying to make it better and make sure that it's compliant with the university regulations. So let's go and see the kitchen and the rest of the house. There is a lot of bedrooms that we can be able to look at, but I just want to focus on the kitchen a bit. So we're in the kitchen now. This is the old furniture fridge. So it came with the old furniture and the microwave. So we still have this inside the house. I think the owner want to do away with this. Of course, as we start to work on the furniture side, the main focus right now was to renovate the house, get back the electricity, get back the water, and make sure that everything is working properly and make sure that the structure is actually in good condition. So that's been what the focus is. So everything else looks good right now. So what the guys are still doing right now is more like finishing touches around the house. They're busy right now on site. That's basically what they're working on. But in terms of the kitchen, everything looks fine. It still needs cleaning and a little bit of more things that needs to be done. But at the same time, the property is already getting accredited as we speak. We're at the final touches of it. The guys are busy painting. There's raining that's happening right now. It's disturbing us a little bit. But that is some of the challenges that we had when we were doing the renovations there. But besides that, everything is going on plan and it's going to be ready for tenanting in 2026. So advertising, usually you want to do this type of properties around January. Some people can start in December, but I think January is the good time. By February, you must make sure that all the rooms are occupied and the place is ready to go, and you start receiving that passive income that comes from a property like this. So this is exactly what happens when we talk about hassle-free, is investment doing the heavy lifting for the client, and the client can be able to focus on their career or their business when it comes to property investing. So if you like content like this, because I know that you guys love renovations, make sure that you comment below. If you want to see the final property when it's done, also let us know in the comments. But most importantly, if you want to work with us, make sure that you reach out. There's a booking link below where you can actually book a call for free, and we're looking forward to working with you. As I said, I'll see you on the next time. Bye.